Welcome to Advertising Champions. This is your go-to destination for insights into the dynamic world of advertising. I'm Tony Stanol, and with us today is Reid Holmes of Appreciated Branding. Welcome, Reid.
Hey, thanks, Tony. Thanks for having me. It's truly an honor to be here. It's been a bit of a wait because I know you've got planes circling, but it's nice to come in for a landing.
Sounds good. Now, I know you as a very accomplished creative director over the years, but you just had a book drop that's actually a bestseller on the Amazon bestsellers list called Appreciated Branding. Tell us what led you to write the book and what's in it.
Well, there's a couple things. So, and just try and be quick as possible. I had my kids graduate from high school, one from college, two from high school. I have twins. And I realized all I'd ever done is really kind of, and I shouldn't say all I've ever done because I should be proud of it, but it's a lot of ephemeral stuff. Work for clients that has a life, does its job, and goes away. And I thought, what am I doing to leave a better kind of legacy? What am I doing to make the world a better place for them? And so I decided I'd look back at a lot of the work I did, and I looked at a lot of the work that was very different than what it was back in 20, 30 years ago in terms of what it's empowered and enabled to do with the new tools that are available to consumers and to marketers. And I realized that in the work I did, the theme where the work did the best was that it somehow tried to earn appreciation. It tried to do something positive for customers.
Right. And give me an example of what you mean by that in terms of a piece of creative.
Well, the best example, the example I lead off my book with is there's a campaign that was done for a laundry detergent, talk about a parody product in India. And it was for a brand called Ariel detergent. And Ariel was in the pitched battle with Surf in India, and each of them spending millions alternately to try and get some kind of right of the decimal point share gains. Ariel at one point realized, there's a data point, and that's where this appreciated branding really kind of takes flight, is you find some kind of cultural data point that has not been addressed and do something that people will appreciate fixing. So in this case, it was in India, this was 2017, it was still believed that women should do the laundry. In fact, 95% of the country still thought laundry was a woman's job. So Ariel came out with a campaign called Share the Load, advocating for the very people who were buying their product, and sales went up 76%.
Wow. Wow, that's a great story. And that's a Procter & Gamble product, right, Ariel?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, and these guys know what they're doing in terms of marketing. So what, how many, what's the format of the book? Is it case studies? Is it examples like that?
Yeah, it's a lot of case studies. With a book, and I spent 5 years thinking about this book, and I just spent the last year actually kind of writing it. And I've learned that with writing a book is a very different set of, excuse you, I guess, a very different set of muscles than writing ads, right? It's long form. It takes a lot of thought. It takes, you have to write on what you feel like writing. I force myself to write for 2 hours every morning. And at the end of the day, you've got a lot more words than you need, and you really have to boil it down. And I think that's where the real value comes. And in this case, my wife, who's a Medill grad, was a very, and she's very good at calling BS on me and in all kinds of areas of life. But in this case, it was very helpful because she's like, well, you talked about this in this chapter, and you talked about this in this chapter, and you should boil this down into one thing. And it really helped. And it went from 60,000 words down to 30,000 words, most of which now, it turns out, are cases of examples where brands, and I think the heart of what appreciated branding is the seeking to earn appreciation by solving a problem I didn't know I had. Like, Okay, yes, women in India probably, you know, would easily recognize that, oh my gosh, on top of all the other things I have to do, I have also got to do all the laundry still.
Right.
I, you know, I appreciate you kind of giving me some air cover for that and helping solve that problem for me.
Very, very interesting. Hold up the book again, Reid, and
Yeah.
tell us where we could find it.
It's available on Amazon.com. Just search Appreciated Branding. There's a hardback, there's a soft cover, there's a ebook releasing Thursday, and I'd be honored if anybody wanted to buy it. It's and throw in a review up there. That always helps too.
Awesome.
You know, to kind of get more legit. But yeah, we achieved bestseller status on the first day, and I was just so pleased and great.
That's great. Well, more power to you, Reid. Good luck with the book.
All right, thanks, Tony. Appreciate the time.
And thank you for joining us on this episode of Advertising Champions. You could find more podcasts like this on dailynewsnetwork.com. And we'll see you next time.
We've been around for 16 years, working with clients, with thousands of clients. We're working with agencies to be able to scale them and grow them and provide them services that would cost them way more than it would for them to do it themselves. Anything oriented around lead generation, video creation, web design, we're full service, so we can really serve most people.